What if, instead of $500 a month, you put away $100 every single day? Not a windfall, not a lottery ticket, just $100 every day into one boring index fund. Here's exactly what happens to that money over 25 years. $100 a day sounds aggressive. It isn't pocket change. But here's the thing. Most people who end up doing this don't start with 100. They start with 20, then 40, then 100, once they see what the math is actually capable of. So let's go year by year. Real numbers, real compounding, no hype. You set up one automatic transfer, $100 every single day, into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. VOO, FXAIX. Doesn't matter which one. The transfer happens before you're awake, before you can talk yourself out of it. You work a normal job. Let's say you're in sales, decent base pay, commission on top. $100 a day isn't free money for you either. It comes from cutting takeout to twice a week, skipping the upgraded phone plan, and putting bonus checks to work instead of upgrading your car. Year 1 ends. You've put in $36,500 of your own money. That's every single $100 transfer, 365 days straight. The market hands you back $1,734, less than 2 months of contributions. You stare at the number and think, is this actually doing anything? It's not broken. It's just early. Year 2, your balance is $84,500 against $73,000 contributed. You get a 6% raise in spring. It quietly disappears into a nicer apartment and a car payment that made sense at the time. That's lifestyle creep. It never asks permission. By year 3, you've contributed $109,500. The market has added $17,670. That gap is still wide, but for the first time, it's visibly bending upward, not flat. Year 5, $182,500 contributed. $53,080 in market growth. On paper, that's real progress. In your head, it doesn't feel like it, because a coworker just put a down payment on a house, and you're still renting. This is the moment most people quit. Not because the plan failed, because 5 years of discipline doesn't look impressive next to someone else's highlight reel. The ones who keep transferring through this exact feeling are the ones who make it to the next part of this story. Year 7 changes something. You contributed $36,500 this year, same as always. The market contributed $51,200, more than your own money did, for the first time ever. Your balance crosses $367,890. Statistically, most people never see this point. So now the machine starts pulling its own weight. By year 10, you've put in $365,000. The market has added $258,130. Your balance, $623,130. You haven't changed your job. You haven't changed your $100 a day habit. The account has just been quietly compounding in the background of an ordinary decade. You don't tell people the number. There's nothing to point to. No new car, no flashy trip. Year 14. You check the account on an ordinary Tuesday between meetings. Contributions, $511,000. Market growth, $595,700. Balance, $1,106,700. You've crossed 7 figures. More than half of it was never your money to begin with. This is the loneliest milestone in the whole story. Year 20. Contributions, $730,000. Market growth, $1,580,000. The market has now built more than double what you personally put in. Your balance, $2,310,000. A market downturn hits that same year. A real one, the kind that makes headlines. You don't sell. Your $100 a day just quietly buys more shares at a lower price. The dip isn't a loss, it's a discount. Year 25. You're older now, the kind of older where the job title has changed 3 times, but the $100 transfer never stopped. Not even during the one rough year when money was tight. Final contributions, $912,500. Market growth, $3,120,500. Final balance, $4,033,000. 77 cents of every dollar in that account was built by the market, not by you. Your job was never to be impressive. Your job was to show up every single day and not touch it. If you want to start this for yourself, the order matters. First, capture your full employer 401k match if you have one. That's an instant 100% return on the dollars you contribute before the market does anything at all. Second, put your money into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Expense ratios near zero, broad ownership of the entire US economy, no single stock risk. Third, if you qualify, shelter it inside a Roth IRA so the growth and withdrawals are completely tax-free in retirement. Then automate the transfer so the money leaves before you ever see it. That single decision is the entire difference between people who do this for 25 years and people who only ever meant to.